So there's lots of different things happening, including this series. This is something totally brand new. We've got some great shows coming up. Joe Peters and Michael Kelsey doing a collaborations program is next Friday at 7:30. After that, the first part of October is Ben Gage, Rust Belt folk music. Absolutely wonderful, magical voice. I just love his voice. Malachi Jaggers, another local musician. He's back here October 11th. Then we have a different program on Sunday, October 19th, for C Notes. It's a Frankie Valli tribute group, and we're going to change this configuration, and we're going to be serving lunch as well as a show. So check that out. And then at the end of October, we're doing something different. It's called Cemetery Cinema. Anytime you're in an old building like this, you should do ghost tours. And being close to Halloween, we don't have to invent ghosts. Apparently, we have a couple. So we'll be doing some ghost tours. We'll be having fun kids events. And then in the evening, two of our local high school teachers, one an art teacher, the other a history teacher, will be showing Phantom of the Opera at the Opera House, the original version. They'll be all decked out. It's going to be very Vincent Price. Not scary, but that old, spooky, weird kind of Vincent Price thing. So Cemetery Cinema should be fun, and we probably will do that event every year. So we want to say thank you to some seasoned sponsors, Jeff and Carlene Quirk, Delphi Main Street, Brick and Mortar Pub, right around the corner, NIPSCO, First Financial Bank, and for those of you who bought water, we have gone to canned water. It's better for the environment and it's better for the individuals, and this is our 10th anniversary canned water, and the back of it is actually the wallpaper pattern off our walls is on the can. So if you buy lots of water here and we reprint this, we'll choose a different pattern to put on the can. But that we have canned water here. It's provided by a company called Novus. It's Triton Water out of Lafayette. And they've done an amazing job of making this special canned water for us. Our show sponsors today are University Place and the local sorority Sciotes. There's a bunch of them out there. They've got coffee and goodies. So if you came up the back stairs and you want some coffee and some cookies, there's a whole table out there of complimentary goodies for you to grab. I also want to say a special thank you to our volunteers, our tech in the back room, Alan Huff. This man has been doing all kinds of stuff. I don't know how we could do a show without Alan, because he was here yesterday. We had a show last night. We had a wedding yesterday. We've had this set up today, and he's just been running. And yesterday he brought nice clothes for the wedding, and then he threw on his shorts and started crawling around the stage. So we're very lucky to have Alan and really all our volunteers. Our concession is open. We have beer, wine, and soda, some chips, and that is also managed and run by our volunteers. So we're very lucky. Now, want to talk a little bit about this show today. Today is the kickoff, and I first reached out to Scotty Greason saying, we kind of want to get this new show going. We've done a Nashville Songwriters Night, and they're always very popular and sell out, but we wanted to develop something that would connect to local musicians and our local songwriter community. And so I was telling Scotty a little bit about it, and he said, you have to call Patrick. And so I called Patrick, and Patrick and I had coffee and just kind of brainstormed, and he kind of bit into this whole idea, and he's done a lot of legwork. Getting the artists to perform, coordinating it, working with Alan, and then getting posters and promoting it and getting it out. So I feel like this is just a really great partnership. And our goal is to support local artists and find a way and a professional space for them to come and make music and allow you to feel like you're part of that process. So we hope that you'll support the future shows. Patrick will tell you more about what's coming, but this is a series and we hope to continue doing this for years to come. So welcome to the Opera House, and welcome Patrick and his wonderful crew of songwriters today.
Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm so happy you're here. It's very nice. I just want to say thank you to Rachel Lattimore, the Delphi Opera House, to just putting on, just supplying the space and having this wonderful event for everyone. I think it's music is core to about everything I can imagine. Also, the SciOats team outstairs, just thank you so much for their support and their volunteering to help get, cookies in people. I think that's needed. I always had that. Alan, thank you so much for your help too. And I'm just gonna sit down and get my mic back where I can operate stuff. We're gonna put the lyrics up behind here so that you can see it. This is a conversation with songwriters with each other. I think I also would be remiss if I didn't thank the Songwriters Association of Mid-North Indiana, which rolls off the tongue so easily we decided to call it SAMI for short. And Scott Greason, of course, for actually putting my name up for this. I was like, why would anyone want this, I guess? But I'm so happy you're here again. I'm just going to keep saying that. But, I think music has been a big part of me, and I think these people, and I think you as well, at least through caring for people who love music as an extension. And when I think about the first songs that we all know and love, I got a guitar when I was 12 or 13 or something. Like, I don't know how old you guys were.
14.
We'll probably get to that. Yeah, 14. And I got that big fat book from the song with every single song that's on the radio. And I remember looking through that book and saying, those songs don't look that hard. They sound amazing on the radio, but when it's like, am I alive? You show us everything you've got. You keep on dancing and the room gets hot. You drive us wild, we'll drive you crazy. You say you wanna go for a spin. The party's just begun, we'll let you in. You drive us wild, we'll drive you crazy. You keep on shouting music, keep on shouting. I wanna rock and roll all night. Party every day. I wanna rock and roll all night. Party every day. So that was my into music. And I saw that song and I go, that wasn't that hard. It doesn't look like that tough of a song. And with that, I think I'm going to introduce these songwriters up here who have been part of the SAMI group. Every month we meet and kind of share songs. And that's mostly to kind of bounce songs off people. Is this lyric sound right, or what does it mean to you, or does that chord change? And then we just literally don't take any notes and forget everything they said, but at least we played it for someone else before we, because it's our stuff. But actually, I do have several songs in here that Anita has impacted, at least one that changed some lyrics in it.
You changed one word.
It was one word. No, it was a phrase.
What was it?
I don't remember. I'm not telling you or giving you credit.
Yeah.
But anyways, this is Anita Wood, and she has been, we've done a couple things together, and I've gotten to know Anita over the last couple years through our Songwriter Association. Just amazing talent, and I'm so happy that you could join us today. Thank you so much.
Thank you for asking me. I feel really honored. Thank you.
And I forgot to say, I am Patrick Nice, the one they were introduced at the beginning. Joe Peters, I met him 2 years ago at a workshop in mixing, so I enjoy recording. And Joe, I think, Joe, you do some of that, but it was but then I remember just hanging out with him that week saying, this guy's vibe is off the charts cool. He is probably one of the coolest guys I've talked to in a long time.
It's just the red shoes.
I mean, it might be, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
So then there's Kelsey, Patton, who ends up, I found out today, so I haven't done a lot of stuff with you, but I've known about your talent, I've seen her play it several times, and check out her YouTube page, all these songs are on there. They're just amazing, and she's just a talent. And I just also found out today that she's only a couple years older than our oldest son who graduated from West Lafayette. So
Yep.
she goes, I know Tyler and I. Welcome. So happy you're both here. Yeah.
Thank you so much. So happy to be invited and to be with you all today.
So here's how this is going to work. We're going to play a song, and then we're going to chit-chat about it a little bit, about process and about how it works. We're not taking questions from the audience unless they're really good, and you can come up and give me a note. But we're going to start with Joe. If Joe, you want to get ready, and I'm just going to advance this up here, and you're going to see the lyrics. So you can see, Joe, what song it is.
That would be it. She was my first love, we'd met in school, queen of the prom and the royal fool. I made my move that spring at the high school dance, in my platform shoes and bell-bottom pants. I knew right then I'd never get her off of my mind. She was the one of a kind. Summer came and school was out, we'd meet at the pool. She was such a babe and now I was cool. Let my hair grow out, got me some shades. We were making out, I had it made. All summer long I couldn't get her off my mind. She was the one of a kind. And I would dream that we would marry, buy a little home, raise a family. All summer long I couldn't get her off of my mind. She was the one of a kind. We started back to school later in the fall. Hey, who's that new girl down the hall? I can't believe my eyes, don't believe my mouth. First day of school I asked her out. I never knew how quickly I could change my mind. She was the one. She was the one. She was the one, but it takes all kinds. She was my first love. We met in school. Thank you.
Wow, Joe.
So when did you write that?
So I'm from Kokomo, Indiana, and I went to David Inskeep is here in the house, and he is a retired school teacher from my alma mater, Northwestern High School, the Fighting Turbans. Oh, no. Sorry, Tigers, whatever. So I was living overseas when they had the 5th and the 10th and the 20th reunion. But I was here in this state when they had the 30th high school reunion. So I went over to Kokomo, and at that reunion was my high school sweetheart that I had not seen in 30 years. And that's when I wrote that song.
That first one or the second one? Well, I mean, you got two up there, right?
Busted!
Missed something?
This is the first one. But when Facebook became a thing, the second one reached out and said, "That's about me, right?" And like a fool, I said, "No, it's about her."
Oh, don't do that.
I know. I said, "What are you doing?" That's my wife. She said, "Why didn't you tell her yes? Make her feel good or whatever." Anyway, so I got to tell you that this past Thursday, I flew in from California on Wednesday, and Thursday I went over and a high school buddy of mine bought a new sports car, and it's a convertible, and we did a trip down Nostalgia Lane, blowing past Northwestern High School, and the Turban. It was silent that day, but anyway, that's where that came out of, just high school love and reminiscing.
Nice, nice. So, okay, so I got to ask some technical questions. So when you wrote this song, let's go back in time. Do you have a space that you write in that is single, or do you all write on the, like, does it start with a riff? Give us a little bit behind the scenes on how you work.
Right. Well, I've lived quite a few different places. So that place that you're talking about has shifted a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, I wrote that particular song in Hanoi, Vietnam. I was living there in the time, and I didn't really have a space. Now that I'm in California, I really have my first space ever that I call my studio. Di calls it our bedroom. So, all right. It's a 2-bedroom place, and her mom lives in the other bedroom, so I didn't have space. I have a space now, and it's good that you asked that, because as a songwriter, I find that to be so productive if you have a place that's set up. The guitar's right there. All you have to do is turn on your computer. You're ready to do whatever, record, play, perform. If that guitar's sitting in the case, it usually ends up staying in the case. So I've got to have everything ready to go as I just sit down and the moment comes and boom. And so as far as, lyrics or words first, that's shifted over the years. I've been writing songs about close to 30 years. Yeah, I started late. I'm a late bloomer. And so initially I would often just write lyrics and then later come up with music because I didn't have a guitar. I was doing field research or whatever. And but then later, started mixing the two. Now almost all of my songs start with a riff. I just playing around at night and go, ooh, that's nice. I grab my little recorder on the iPhone, grab that snippet, and later come back to it and go, this could be a song. What are the chords that go with this riff? So that's kind of how I roll now. But I work a lot with the lyricist, so I don't have to think about words. I get to do just music, and I'm just loving that.
But you wrote the words to this.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. It's a beautiful song. I love it. Nice twist, by the way. Thank you so much for sharing.
Oh, just a final footnote.
Yeah.
I've gone to 2 high school reunions. I went back to the 40th. She was there again, and my class invited me to do a full performance. So I got to play that song for her and others of my class. And I'm going to tell you, they had a little stage at this place. All the women of the class were right there in the front row. And the guys were all in the back drinking beer. And I saw one of them later, and he said, damn, I played football. I should have played guitar.
Yeah. Do you have anything to add?
Yeah. So which one did you marry?
None of the above.
Okay, so what?
None of the above.
Oh, what?
Okay. He didn't marry either of the women.
I'm so confused.
This is true.
Okay, I thought you ended up going back to her.
Negative.
Okay.
But were your platform shoes red?
Pardon?
Were your platform shoes red?
They were patent leather red.
Wow.
Very cool.
About that tall.
With blue bell bottoms?
They were very glued. They were layered
No,
glue.
blue.
Oh, no, they didn't. I wore them to a KISS concert in a circus building in Peru, Indiana.
That's a callback.
Do you remember? Did anybody else go to that show? I was, all their pyrotechnics and all this like hay around, and I'm thinking this place is going to go up in fire.
Thank you, Joe.
Very
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
You ready to sing a
Yeah,
song?
I'm ready. I'm going to head over to the piano, actually.
I'm going to move.
Let's see if it works. Okay. Oh, piano time. You guys are in for a treat.
All right. Windows creaked and shutters fell, doors blew down that night. The mystery of a shadow cast and fairy dust to fly. Oh, I trusted the rush, loved the sweet talk a little too much. I was hooked when he took my waist, when he breathed me in and gave me a taste of this fairy tale that I wish would last forever. One look from him was all it took, and I was hooked. Oh, I was hooked. He promised to fight off my pirates, to give me happy thoughts. He swore that we were infinite and we were written in the stars. Oh, I trusted the rush, love the sweet talk a little too much. I was hooked when he took my waist, when he breathed me in, gave me a taste of this fairy tale that I wish would last forever. We were melted hearts in frozen time, the flame in his eyes that burned in mine. Our fire paved the way to Neverland. Yeah, I was hooked when he took my waist, when he breathed me in, gave me a taste of this fairy tale that I wish would last forever. We were melted hearts in frozen time, the flame in his eyes that burned in mine. Our fire paved the way to Neverland. One look from him was all it took. Yeah, one look from him was all it took. Oh, one look from him was all it took. And I was hooked. Oh, I was hooked. Oh, I was hooked.
That was amazing. Thank you so much. Okay, your turn. Tell us about the song a little bit. That was amazing.
Yeah, so this was a song, I think it was my first song that I wrote probably at age 19. Not my absolute first song, but my first song where I was kind of getting into genres, getting into pop a little bit. And there's a lot coming out about Peter Pan. So I use that sort of as a theme. But I don't know if anyone in the room has seen Hooked, or the movie Hook with Robin Williams. I loved that movie as a kid, and so I thought, what better way to create a hook in a song than to put the word hooked in the chorus?
Ask about that. Like, that was a hook.
Yeah, it's a hook, literally.
And that savvy at 19.
Okay, so why don't you take a second and explain what a hook is to people who are
Not songwriting.
not songwriters.
Yeah, I mean, you should all help me explain it, but I think it's
Wish I could.
it's
So
whatever
that's
you
what I'm asking
kind of walk away with. If I knew, I'd tell you. No, it's kind of what you walk away with from the song, right? It's the thing that hooks you in the
It's something
chorus.
that, like a lyrical or a melody or a chord change that is consistent in there that kind of makes you want to, gets in your brain. It's those things that are, stay with you.
Yeah, grabs ya. Sticks with
Frank
ya.
agrees, so we're good.
Yeah. So, and this was fun too because I had submitted a song for the songwriting scholarship for SAMI, and I'd won at age 19. And then with my scholarship, I invested in songwriting lessons for a summer. So I got to work with Nikki Kerr, if anyone knew her, and she really helped me work through this song. So this was one where I got a lot of feedback, and I worked through it and added some things that she had helped me with.
Very tight on theme. I love the help me fight the pirates. Or,
Yeah, promise to fight
Never-
off my
I mean,
pirates.
It really has a nice tight theme to it, but it's also wide enough that people can kind of see themselves in it a little bit, so, which I think is a good mark of a pretty good song. Yeah.
Thanks.
Nice.
So is that about a person?
I mean, it's about Peter Pan. A version.
There was no man, there was no guy. Yeah.
I mean, I don't feel like I like to have every song that I write, like, get to live in the personal experiences of everyone that hears it, you know? So sometimes it's an experience or an encounter that, you know, initially inspires it, but then things are added to it and it's elaborated upon. So it wasn't necessarily one moment in time.
Well, I was hooked, but I just wondered, did it work out or didn't it work out? But I think it did.
All right, right on. Glad to hear it.
So now I get to ask kind of the process question. Do you have a
Yeah.
space you write in on a constant basis, or is it like fluid or?
Yeah, at that time I was definitely writing in a notebook. Now I kind of write on my phone, I would say,
Yeah.
and it depends. I mean, time of day, I think I'm a little more inspired late at night. That's just my personal inspiration time. And sometimes a song will flow out of me like in full, and other times I'll have one line and maybe add a few, and then I'll get stuck and need to come back to it.
Yeah.
But for this one, I think the motif or storyline of Peter Pan was really strong, and then I just kept adding to it once Nikki was helping me with it.
It's very, very well put together.
Just to add to the thing about a hook, the example I always use is Rupert Holmes wrote a song called Escape,
Yeah.
but nobody knows it by that. They know it by the Pina Colada song.
She loves pina coladas.
I like pina coladas.
That's a,
And
yeah.
so everybody, when they ask the DJ, can you play the Pina Colada song? But it's called Escape, and it's like, Escape is in there, but it's not the hook.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's not the hook.
Yeah, Pina Coladas is. So
I'm
something
going to
you
ask
remember.
a slightly other technical question that I may come back to Joe later on. Is how, I vary so widely on my production of writing songs, probably because I don't do it full time. But how many do you think you're putting? Is it a month to write a song? Sometimes is it how many a year do you think? I don't even quantify that.
That's a good question. I'd be curious to hear from you all. I think I have seasons where multiple will come out, and then I might have a dry season or dry spell, and then maybe a few more will come out. But it really just depends on the conversations I'm having, maybe the media I'm ingesting too and digesting. So what about you all?
Inspiration.
Yeah.
Whenever
Do you
it
write
hits.
more full time? Since but you perform a lot.
I'm like Kelsey. Nighttime is mine. Some people have a morning discipline. They get up and write. And so on. And I did that once, when I was first starting out, and it was very productive. But I'm by nature very undisciplined. So it's like, I'll just wait till evening, and I know that by then I'll be doing something. Yeah.
Anita?
So one time my husband said, "Can you write your songs in the morning?" And I'm like, because I would start at midnight, because everyone was asleep, right?
The quiet time.
So I tried that. I came up with a song a night. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna finish it in the morning. It was gone. I'm like, no, I can't write in the morning. So
I'm kind of very rarely do I have lyrics first, so I'm very much a riff guy. My guitar is sitting right by my desk, and I can pull it off and strum something. And usually if it catches me, then I'm into that song, and then I'm struggling to find a theme. Whatever pops out first, I try that, but then I'm working on it right now. I will say that having the SAMI meeting once a month is a driver. It's a deadline for me. It's okay, I got this a couple weeks. Not ready, it's okay, I'll do an older one or something, but yeah. Are you ready?
I'm next?
Yes.
Sure, so I don't say anything about it, right?
You can, no, I want you to play a song first, and then we'll chat.
Can everybody see Anita if I stay here? Or, yeah, okay.
Can people see the lyrics, or should I move? Maybe I should.
No, you're good. Oh.
I know, I think it's,
Okay,
do you guys want me to move?
is this good?
Yeah.
Do I need to move?
No, you go ahead.
Good, because I don't think I could play the piano. Okay, here we go. You say that you're just doing your job. Well, we know that's just a modest way to say you're laying your life on the line, your life for mine. Well, here's a tribute to you for everything that you've put yourself through. And I've just got to say, if someone has to pay, let it be me paying tribute to you. And every day you're giving your best. We know it's not an easy thing, the price that all this freedom brings. I understand you're doing this for me, so I'll be free. Well, here's a tribute to you for everything that you've put yourself through. And I've just got to say, if someone has to pay, let it be me paying tribute to you. This freedom in our hearts, it always finds us. And living free is all that we can see. Your courage and strength serve to remind us the price we pay is not so free. You say that you're just doing your job. Well, we know it's so much more. It's everything you're living for. Even though there's not much we can do, this is for you. It is a tribute to you for everything that you've put yourself through. And I've just got to say, if someone has to pay, let it be me paying tribute to you. Let it be me paying tribute to you, because you know we're so thankful for you.
Thank you, Anita.
So guess what it was about?
Is there someone special that you're paying tribute to?
No, come on.
It feels like a song to a veteran, but that's just
That's
my take on it.
close.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I started songwriting when I was 33, and so started old too. But my brother was in special ops in the Air Force in Desert Storm. And so everyone was glued to the TV, and we didn't know where my brother was. And the eve of the ground war of Desert Storm, they interviewed a 19-year-old. And they said, you're gonna be on the front lines of the ground war tomorrow. How do you feel about that? And he said, I'm just doing my job. First line. I'm like, what? He's 19, he could die tomorrow. They're taught to say, I'm just doing my job. Oh my gosh, that hit me. I'm like, somebody has to tell them, thank you. And so that's where this came from. And it just took off. Sheila Clinker, who's everywhere, she was everywhere back then in 1991, and she's still everywhere. And she dresses up in the greatest clothes.
Red boots, matching red boots.
And she heard me sing this. I wasn't even done recording the song. She heard me sing it at the Armory. And I think I had part of the recording, so I sang the harmony to my vocal on the stage. And so that was weird. It wasn't even done being recorded. She came up afterwards and said, can you sing that at the State House? And I'm thinking, what's the State House? And my sister's standing by me and she goes, it's the House of Representatives, and yes, she will. And so I had to finish up and get that recording done, because back then we made cassette tapes. And so I went to the State House and I sang it at the podium at the State House. Wonderful. To all of these people who had sons and daughters in the war. And half of them were crying. And I'm like, okay, this is awesome. Because the first song I wrote was called Make a Difference. And it was how I just wanted to make some difference in the world. And my fourth song was Tribute. And it just went from here to there to everywhere. And the fire department thought it was their song, and the police officers thought it was their song. And I'm like, hey, whoever puts your life on the line, it's
That's
your
amazing.
song.
That's an amazing story. I had no idea. Yeah.
So,
How'd
yeah.
you get the piano in the stateroom?
I sang with the backup tape.
Oh, nice.
That's hokey now, but it's like,
No, that's perfect.
That's
Yeah.
what we did back then.
Yeah.
And it was weird just standing at the podium singing to these people.
I mean, for your fourth song, that's amazing. That's
yeah.
amazing. Congratulations.
I mean, it was an answer to prayer, really. I was starting to make a difference. And then I sang it at my brother's homecoming, and they played it at the first Purdue football game that year.
Wow.
They wanted me to sing it in the middle of the stadium. But I already had an experience with that at Columbian Park where I didn't have a monitor in front of me. So I couldn't hear myself in real time. So I'm hearing it from the press box. So all the people are hearing it before I hear it. And so then I would sing it, and it was like in a round. Oh my gosh, talk about driving you crazy. It's like, that's like insane. So I'm like, nope, I'm not singing it in the stadium.
I'll give you a cassette.
So they played it the last 3 minutes, and they had a jet flyover and stuff. Did anybody go to that? Does anybody remember that time?
That's amazing.
They had jets fly over, and they played it the last 3 minutes before the guys came back out onto the field. And my brother was in the stands with me.
Nice.
He was back.
Nice.
And they said, "Welcome home, Tim Dellinger."
That's awesome.
Oh, it was so awesome.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna have
And
to
I
ask-
still sing that song. Still do.
It is an amazing song. You should be singing it. Obviously it resonates with a lot of folks across a lot of different areas. So.
Yeah.
I do have to ask the question though: is there a space? I mean, you said you'd like to write late at night, but is there a space in your house you carved out or studio you have or something?
No, I wrote one of my songs at a baseball game when I should have been watching my son. But I was sitting in my car writing a song. But no, my space, I was just telling Kelsey, is in my head.
Yeah.
It's this little room. I call it the room. I go into this room. You've all been there. You just don't. Anyway, it's this room. And I'm just in there by myself, wherever I'm at. And then I try to remember when I'm performing to invite the audience into that room with me. Because it's a really sacred place, you know? And so it's wherever the inspiration comes. In fact, that when I heard that guy say that, I'm just doing my job. It's like, you're 19 years old, you could die. I don't know if he died. I don't know. But I went to my sister's house and literally, like you hear the stories like this, but I grabbed a napkin off of her table and I'm like, I got a song. This is a great song. I got to write this. And I wrote it on her napkin. And so it's wherever it comes, you know?
That's
it's just,
awesome.
I feel like God gives them to me.
Yeah.
So
Well, thank you
That's
for
where I
sharing
give
that
the
song.
credit.
It was awesome.
thanks.
All right, I think I'll play one if that's okay. Yeah, nice job, Anita.
Thank you. Are we supposed to leave? Why is everyone leaving? What? Wait, what?
I think they can see the lyrics. The lyrics aren't that, yeah. Am I on here? Okay. All right. Yeah, it's a small town, not much to see. I take that back. There may be one thing, a gorgeous woman in a blue 68 Mustang. 'Cause I'm standing here at First and Main, watching that woman roll by again, driving away. It's a beautiful sight, and I wonder why every morning when that woman rolls by, driving away. Why does she have that hold on me? She captivates. I wanna say, please don't drive away. Don't drive away. At the stoplight, she looks my way. She raised her coffee as if to say, hey, don't drive away. Don't drive away. A blue Mustang, brown curly hair, a green light and she's out of there. Driving, driving away. Driving, driving away. Yeah, it's a small town, not much to see. Thank you. All right.
I like the Mustang, 65 though.
68.
I know, I like the 65.
I got a lot of stuff to say about this song. Got any questions for me to begin with?
I suppose there's a kernel of truth in this?
A lot of kernels of truth, but I've twisted them so weirdly in my head. But it's the way my head kind of interpreted it. So my wife, Cindy, is from a small town. And I've known, ever since I've known her, her first car was a Mustang. But I never did the math. Like, she was born in 68. But in my head, I'm like, a 68 Mustang is one of the coolest cars. So in my head, all these years, I've had this thought of the 68 Mustang that was her first car, but it was a 74 Mustang, which is the hatchback, which wasn't quite as cool as the 68. So in my head, I had this idea, and I don't have it to share today, so you'll have to come back to the December 8th version. I may do it then, but of the Songwriters show. But I wrote a time travel song a couple years ago. Time travel love song. And I had this idea that if it was me as a young man driving through that town and I saw her rolling through and I was just passing through, you know, or I was talking to someone, this is what they would say. Like, they would say, there's some gorgeous woman in a blue 68 Mustang. So that's kind of the way my brain was clicking. And I did write the riff first, you know, that little thin, you know, I did that first, and literally I did that to the G, and the hook piece was driving away, popped out of my mouth, and then I just decided to keep that and build a song around it. But as soon as I got that first line, the small town, 68 Mustang, the whole song came really quick. So I wrote it like I was writing another song, and this time took over for about a week, and then I polished it off. But I fact-checked it with my wife. She said, no, it's all wrong. Thank you, Cindy.
Of course.
Good idea.
Anyways, that's my story of the song.
And so where did you write it? And
I write almost all. So my writing process is I'll come up with that riff or something usually, and then I write in my. I get the phrasing, the syllable launches and the phrasing I have to have in my head before I have the words. I record it, and then I record a melody. And if I get off track, I can always go back to that recording on my phone. But you can ask my wife too, because we'll be hiking or taking a walk or something, and it'll be quiet. But she'll hear me going. She's like, "You're writing a song, aren't you?" So yeah, I'm working on some lyrics. So that's my process. I go in my head and I just keep going around. Does this make sense? Does this fit in the theme? The trick is, though, to remember it long enough before we move on to the next stanza or something, because it might be a long hike or a walk or something. So lost a lot of lyrics that way. Got to stop, write them down.
So you don't necessarily need an instrument with you while you're writing the song.
The lyrics,
you can
I
be in
don't.
your head.
What I need is the phrasing of it.
Wow.
Or the what's the
cadence.
The
and all
cadence
that,
I have
yeah.
to hit and the syllables I have to hit that I want to do, and also the theme. If I have those two things, it's like a puzzle. It's one of my favorite things, actually. It keeps my brain going. I'll wake up with a lyric that fits, you know, and like that, I gotta go downstairs and write down. Yeah. That's all I have.
Did you marry her?
I married her. 32 years.
I always have to ask these.
Yeah, I know. This song was I just wrote this last spring, so.
That was her?
Yeah, that's her. She's right there.
Okay.
She's
Is that
infinitely
really
better
true?
half.
That's true.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Joe, you ready for another one? Okay.
Thanks, Patrick.
That's fun.
Awesome.
Totally.
Oh, you have to leave again.
Yeah, we're gonna walk off stage unless you have your lyrics. I'll know next time. When you come in December, I'll make them just above the heads of the artists.
I have a pick in a pocket. No, I didn't say I'm a pickpocket. It's coming. Come on. There. One bright Sunday morning, I was playing out in the sun, a 3/4 time tune, when she came waltzing on in. She sized me up the way that an artist does, her head held high, an unlost child she was. She set up her easel, her brushes and paint, drew a long breath and began to create. Unlike Dorian Gray, now I'll never grow old. The hand of the painter has captured my soul. She smiled at the world and the sun shone bright. She planted a flower right there in the light. The children were drawn like bees to her pollen. They danced to the music, abandoned all caution. Well, I told her she made my day. She said I made her week. Even if that wasn't true, it sure was sweet. Packed up her gear at the noontime hour. With a swipe of her brush, she conjured me a flower. We said goodbye, happy to make a new friend. Such a joyous encounter, I didn't want it to end. She set up her easel, her brushes and paint, drew a long breath and began to create. Unlike Dorian Gray, now I'll never grow old. The hand of the painter has captured my soul. Unlike Dorian Gray, now I feel a new start. The eye of the painter has captured my heart.
I know what that's about. Because you told us at the
I did.
SAMI meeting.
I have a little.
Yeah.
So that's a true story there. I was just playing a farmer's market one Sunday in Walnut Creek, California. That's good. That's fine. No, don't worry. No. She painted me much better looking than I am. Anyway, nice hair and all, like Patrick's. Anyway, I was just playing in a farmer's market, and the children are always drawn to the music. It's the wonderful thing to play a farmer's market, because the kids just bring their parents, come on. Anyway, and then out of the blue, I see someone coming up, and she's doing one of these things, and it looks like she's looking at me, and it's like, okay, oh. And then she just whips this backpack off, and it's a portable easel, and she just pulls these three legs out, opens up this box. There's her canvas, and there's all of her paints. And I can see that happening, and it looks like she's painting me. And about an hour later, I go, I gotta go see what she's doing. Well, I said, wow, that's such a cool painting. You're painting me. She said, yeah, do you like it? I said, of course I like it. She said, will you take the painting? And I said, oh, I'd be thrilled to. I said, they pay me a little stipend. You please take the stipend and I'll take the painting. She said, well, can we meet up in a week? I'd like to take it to my studio and finish it. And so we met up for coffee a week later, and she brought me the painting, and she just said, I'm a 21-year-old art student from Peru, and I'm a senior in San Francisco, and I just went out that day because the sun was perfect, and I saw the way the light hit you, and she was inspired to paint. So it was just one of those joyous encounters.
What song were you singing?
Many songs,
I mean, the one that she said something inspired her. You probably don't know what
The
it
whole
was.
scene inspired her. But I wanted to write a waltz tune, a 3/4 time tune, because it just felt like she just waltzed right in to my life for about, an hour, and then waltzed right out, and I'm unforgettable. I'll never forget it.
Have you shared this with her?
Oh, yes.
Oh, good.
And in fact, my friend John Allred, who is videoing many things, we had this idea of making a video of it, because I thought, so I built a magical element into it, this, like with a swipe of her brush, she conjured a flower, and I was thinking, oh, with video, she can paint a flower and then just grab it off of the painting and hand it to me, we can do some cool things. But she was a little too shy for that. So on Friday, we're going to debut a different video that we go, okay, here's our consolation prize. We will make a video, it just won't be this one.
It's I love the visuals. It feels like you're there. And I think that's what a hallmark of a good song is. I felt like I followed the story. I just was right into it. It was just very nice, very heartfelt too.
Well, thank you. I don't write many story songs.
Yeah.
And so since we are songs and stories, I did bring some that
good.
do tell a story. And that one is just special to me. Yeah.
Was there a line you most enjoyed writing, or a line that, just was inspired?
The Dorian Gray thing came up. I suppose most of you would know who Dorian Gray, this fictional person who, the painting got older, and so the real person didn't. But in this case, I figured, no, it's not like that. I'm going to be young because she painted me.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Nice job.
Thanks.
Kelsey, you ready? Okay. Is it guitar this time?
Oh.
Okay.
I like all the sparkles. That's cool. Just all the letters flying around. Oh, I'm leaving.
Tell me the key that keeps you here, lingering with whimsy on your lips. Your eyes burn brighter with each coming year. Say if you look away, there's something that you'll miss. As if you never lost your light from all the loss you've lived. As if you must have done something good to be loved like this. So you live a life of wondrous expectation, and you never lose sight of the ones in isolation. Never disillusioned, you're delighted by the future, satisfied and full of life, and ready for the moment that you hear, well done. That you hear, well done. Oh, Lucia, how'd I get lucky enough to meet ya? You hold my secrets, you know the deepest depths of my heart, and you keep it all in your own, and you keep it all in your time. As if you never lost your light from all the loss you've lived. As if you must have done something good to be loved like this. So you live a life of wondrous expectation, and you never lose sight of the ones in isolation. Never disillusioned, you're delighted by the future, satisfied, full of life, and ready for the moment. Yeah, you live a life of wondrous expectation, and you never lose sight of the ones in isolation. Never disillusioned, you're delighted by the future, satisfied, full of life, and ready for the moment that you hear, well done, that you hear, well done. I know you'll hear, well done, well done.
Well done.
Thank you.
Very well done.
Very well done. That was wonderful.
Thank you so much.
Inspiration?
Yeah, there is a story on this one actually.
Good.
This was inspired by a mentor / grandmother figure of mine. Her name is not Lucia, it is Margie. And there was a line that she would always say, she always says actually, I must have done something good. That line from Sound of Music, maybe some of you know. And just the way I think her posture towards life is very much like, what did I do to deserve all this goodness in my life? And that was just a beautiful frame, because life is full of like suffering and goodness, right? And her frame was just totally joy and goodness. And this just anticipation of, I don't want to miss anything. Like, my life is so full and rich, and every day is something new. And so I was just really inspired by her, and so that's where this song came out of.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Very nice testament, yeah.
Yeah, so she's like 95.
Did she know this song? Did she hear it?
Yes, I got to play it for her. It was really special.
Did she cry?
She might have.
Did you?
I probably did.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
I love that.
Really
Never
striking.
lose sight of the ones in isolation.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's a
Yeah.
great line. I do love the I must have done something good, because that really is something, I think that's amazing. More people need to think like that more often, I think.
Yeah, I know. She challenges me.
And sitting over on the side, I couldn't see the title, so I figured it was titled Well Done. Then I walk across and I go, oh,
Yeah.
okay, her name's Lucia. Yeah. got
And
it.
Lucia coming from meaning light, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
so she just
beautiful.
reminds me of a bright light. So
Thank you for sharing.
yeah, thank
Nice.
you. Thanks.
Beautiful.
Anita?
So I
Your
don't
turn.
tell anything about it.
To lose you, right?
It's hard for me to not tell about it. You'll probably figure it out. Okay. Go ahead and judge me. Cut me down, put me on your shelf. But I was what you wanted. Oh, long before I had found myself. Not the same. No, I'm not the same, but this is where I am. I have changed, you are still the same one. Oh, funny how you believe that's true. Turn around, you should turn around and look at you. 'Cause you're not the same. No, you're not the same, but I still love you. Take my hand, we can change together. And there's nothing that we can't overcome. Not the same, no, we're not the same, but look how far we've come. For better or for worse, richer or for poorer, sickness and in health, through changes of our lives. Can't you see life is ever changing? Oh, years will pass, changing you and me. Not the same, though we're not the same. Can't you still love me? Not the same, though I'm not the same. Can't you still love me? Love me.
Thank
That's a
you.
hard one to sing.
Well, I was going to...
Okay, figure it out.
Oh, no, I was going to ask you, I was going to say, though, that part of one thing I haven't acknowledged yet is the performance. Like, I think that's part of the thing we haven't really talked about process of writing, but also you got to express it, too. And I think your voice, your cadence, your delivery of that really fit the tone of it very nicely.
It's very vulnerable.
Yeah.
As a songwriter, you have to be vulnerable. And sometimes it's really hard, like, you know, because you're like, oh, here I am, this is who I am. Take it or leave it.
How does music facilitate vulnerability for you? Does it facilitate it more than like a spoken word? Or how would you say music as the medium facilitates that vulnerability?
What does that mean? What did you just say? I'm not that deep.
Do you find, is it easier to be vulnerable through music or, you know?
Well,
Oh, good question.
I think in that song I was mostly sarcastic. Like I was kind of pissed off actually. Because the first time sorry Jim, my husband, the first time I sang, I'm gonna hear about it later. The first time I sang Tribute, and I got my picture with Sheila Klinker and all these people, I could see my husband out in the audience like with this faraway look like, where's she? She's leaving me. What's going on? And that's what happened. Like, you know, my songs took off, especially Tribute. It just took off without me. It was like, okay, I'm playing catch up. And then one night we were talking, I don't remember what it was about, some argument, and then he said, you're not the same. And he went to bed. So I sat down and I played this. Go ahead and judge me. But the song and the second verse, you know, is like, you're the same. I'm the one who changed, right? There's a sarcasm. But then the third verse is like, take my hand, we can change together. And there's nothing that we can't overcome. And then, you know, in the marriage vows, they don't put through changes of your lives. So I added that. It's like, they should put that. Because people change. And then you're like, who is this person? You know what? You know, and you feel like you're the same, but like I found a whole new world when I started writing songs. A whole new world. And I just went with it. And I'm sure to him, I kind of left him behind. a little, you know? So, but in the end, it's like, yeah, I'm not the same, but can't you still love me? It's like, here, this is where I am.
Yeah.
I didn't kill anybody or anything. It's like, but he didn't like that song for a long time because all he heard was the 2 first verses. You know, so. But now he likes it, right? Now he likes it, right? You're not smiling.
I'm going to give him a mic here in a minute.
Do you like it now? It's all right. Okay, well, that's better.
Anyone else?
He's changing.
I'm really, because I don't play piano, and you two do, but I know you both play guitars too. I mean, how does it come out that you write some songs on keyboards and some songs on guitar, or do you do it that way, or how do you do these multiple instruments that you do, and in terms of your creative writing?
I
Anita first?
didn't start playing guitar till Scott Greason gave me one of his old guitars that one of the McGuire brothers owned, and when I was 33. So you know, I played piano my whole life, but all my teachers kept quitting on me. It's like, oh, I'm retiring, or I'm moving, or it's like, wait, I'm supposed to be the one who quits.
They were changing.
Yeah, and then I'm like, okay, I'm teaching myself. So I taught myself chords like an organ player. So like, that's how, you know, I'm not a great. She's really great.
So you write all your songs on keyboard?
No.
No, okay.
No. Once I started playing, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
How about you?
What about you, Kelsey?
Yeah, I think I started on piano. That was my first instrument, and I think like growing up, we listened to a lot of Jim Brickman, kind of piano sounds and instrumental, and then some Brian Crane and Yeruma, and so those melodies kind of went well along with some of my lyrics. But then I find the guitar to just be more mobile sometimes, and the more I've learned like certain finger picking styles, it allows me to explore other themes and other like styles of singing as well. So it opens up other worlds as well, more instruments, I think.
I'm guessing that it might, I mean, there may be songs that like, if I didn't play guitar, I never would have written this song.
Yeah, yeah, right, absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
A new instrument or a new tuning can just, oh.
Yep, exactly.
I have a banjo I'm trying to fix up.
That's cool.
It's nice. Okay.
That's
All right, Patrick, you're up.
Are you ready, Patrick?
I am.
Okay.
I had to switch around a little bit because I'll go back to your next song. I'll clarify which is your next one. Where are we going to go?
I don't-
You're great. You're great. Nobody knows. Oh, yeah. This song. If you're feeling blue, give me a call. I've been down before. You're the one that picked me up and put my feet back on the floor. So said, get out of your head, come on out with my friends, and we could have a little fun before you know it. Unless you blow it. You're my very best fine. Never leave me behind. Do you remember when I was wrong? I thought I was right. Man, did that feel good. I had the righteous fire burning like gasoline on wood. But the hotter I burned, the colder you turned, and I knew my goose was cooked. When you asked me, did you notice how close you came to blowing it? You're my very best fine. Never leave me too far behind. fine. Never leave me behind. When I was out of tune, I couldn't find the chord. You're right there by my side. You helped my fingers find those frets, man. You taught me how to harmonize. You say, lift up your voice like you got no choice and sing it to the heavens above, 'cause you know that's where we're going unless we blow it. You're my very best fine. Never leave me behind. That's it. Okay.
So is it really about guitar and all that, or is it a metaphor?
It's about friendship. So I think what I had in my head, I had that first line. I did that first opening thing, that little, the whatever 7 to the C, then to the G, and the whole thing started taking off. And I wrote the first stanza basically in a minute, and it took me months to figure out what it was going to be. Of course, because you're like, I don't know what this is. But I realized that when I did the part where it says, "You're my very best fine, unless we until you blow it." So that's the way friends talk to each other, I think. Good friends are going to tell you when you're going to blow it or when you're messing up and stuff like that. So I wanted like this honesty. And then I was stuck in the second stanza about what that one really, because I liked it. But I don't know, I have been wrong before. Look at mine. And I thought I was right. And that feeling is so good. When you think you're so right. And I think I just love that. It's like, oh, I'm right. And then you find out you're wrong. But, and then your friends are like, you almost blew that, because like you were like...
We all knew you were wrong.
Right, everyone knows you're wrong. Now the last stanza came with a friend, this bass player, friend Jason Dufair is a very good friend of mine who plays bass and guitar, just great musician. I literally struggle with singing, really unconfident about singing for many, like decades. The story around that is that I've been in a band for like 20 years, and I would say 8-9 years into being in this band, we finally got in-ear monitors. And if you ever put your finger in your ear, you can hear yourself so much better. And after our first gig, and I remember we're wrapping up with the Knickerbocker, it's 2 in the morning, and the other guitarist turns to me and he says, "I've never heard you sing better," which is a good news, bad news thing.
Don't think about that.
8 years of what was coming out of my mouth. But what it taught me though was how to sing better. But the other thing Jason did was the harmony part was I never really knew how harmonies worked until literally a couple years ago. Like COVID hit and I was in my basement. We were doing a Zoom talk about a song I was working on. And he goes, "Pat, all you have to do is go to the chord, on the C chord, you're singing this note, and this note is the one I'm gonna hit." I go, "That's how harmonies work?" So I'm not musically trained, I don't read music, but I think this one kind of sums out how friends work with each other. They're here to help, but also they're gonna tell you when you're gonna blow it, so. And then I thought I'd add a little humor in about, going to heaven unless we blow it, because that's part of the whole deal, right? So I'm sorry, that was my story behind the song.
Cool. So it really is about bandmates.
It's about bandmates.
Yeah, and
I can see
those
a little bit of
relationships.
my wife in the second one.
Right. I thought it was a love song.
Or my family,
And it
or
is.
friends too, but it's something universal, I think, that you get that.
If the shoe fits. That's
Yes,
right, yeah.
yes. Anyways, so.
All right.
And sometimes they don't tell you soon enough.
Yeah,
Like they
or
wait
just-
20 years and then they're like, "Oh, by the way."
If they're not your friend, they're not going to tell you. I think when they're friend, they're going to say, "Okay, well, we'll give you a minute to figure that out, and then I'm going to let you eat some crow for a little."
Some people don't figure it out. You just gotta tell them.
Do you want to sing another song? Is it enough about that one? I mean, it's pretty straightforward.
Cool.
You ready, Joe?
Sure. Why not?
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah. Can do that.
Lame Jones, right? I'm gonna
If you
foul.
like, we can do that.
Okay.
It was going to be more to me, but that's fine.
I'm so
That's
glad
good.
I asked.
You're good. I'm so glad I looked and you said something. Okay. Anybody got a pick? Patrick, do you have a pick? I had one, and it, you know how they like to, a life of their own? Thank you very much. Jones headed west to strike his claim in 1869. Pistol in his vest, fortune and fame lay buried in the mine. This lonesome valley is where he made his home. He dug its riches where the antelope do roam. A wild man inside, no one could ever tame. And here's the story of what this Mr. Jones became. Jones on his horse rode out one day, hunting elk out on the range. Had a water source, a stallion's neigh. He roped it home and his world began to change. His friends and neighbors cried, "You're the damnedest man alive. A horse so wild and free, a fair match for your pride." Next time he went a-hunting, well, he rode that big old bay. But the stallion threw him against a rock and left him there where he lay. Jones crawled on back with a shattered leg. Life he knew would never be the same. His world grew black, heaven he begged. What good am I now that I am lame? The army came to gain recruits for the Indian wars. They left lame Jones alone, 'cause he could ride a horse no more. They saddled all the healthy men who were never seen again. Jones, he took a lovely wife who settled in the glen with him. Jones gave his name to a thriving town, raised his kids and cattle on the plains. By the time I came, it was all tore down. Only the names and graves remain. Jones headed west to strike his claim. Nothing left there now except his bones. Jones headed west, fortune and fame. This is the story of lame Jones. This is the story of lame Jones. Thank you.
I have another. Yeah.
Well, I should perhaps explain that song. I've written a number of songs based on photographs, and it was collaboration that the Arts Federation had many years ago, and they teamed me up with a photographer. And he'd taken a photo, and I wrote a song about it. And so we formed a kind of a writing partnership at that time after that. And so a couple years ago, he sent me a photo. He loves fishing, and he went out to eastern Montana to go trout fishing. And he came back with a photo that was of an old cemetery and an iron gate. And on that iron gate, it said Lame Jones. And I thought, well, he said, well, there's probably a story there. And I said, well, there probably is. I have no clue what it might be. But he said, I did a little research. It looks like there really was a Lame Jones. He went out there to Montana in 1869. And I'm going, oh, okay, I can work with that. But I thought, well, but what's the story? I don't know how he ended up in this graveyard with his name above it, Lame Jones. So I thought, well, I've always wanted to tell this story about a Chinese parable about a farmer who's very poor, but he finds a horse one day, a wild horse, and he brings it home, and all the neighbors go, oh, you are so lucky, you got a horse now, it can plow your fields for you. And the farmer always just goes, well, maybe. And then his son jumped on the horse one day to ride it, and the horse threw him, and he broke his leg, and he's crippled, and all the villagers come and say, oh, such tragedy has befallen you. The farmer just goes, well, maybe. And before long, the Imperial Army comes through, and they're just conscripting every young person who's able-bodied, and as the parable goes. And so all these folks went away, except the farmer's son was not drafted because he was lame. And so I thought, well, that's the same story. I can build a story around that parable. So that's what I did from a photograph.
Yeah, very nice. So little research, but also a little bit of creative input.
Mostly creative input. It's nice when you just have okay, maybe it's like that, but you can take it anywhere you want.
I mean, much like that Driving Away song. Yeah. Like not a 68 Mustang. Yeah. Anybody else? Or
So which line in there is true?
1869.
Oh, should have figured that.
And Lame Jones went to Montana in 1869 to hunt elk.
Oh,
Okay?
okay.
That's what we knew.
Yes,
Wow.
that's wonderful.
And do you have any rules that you go by with songwriting? Is it when it comes to stories, elements that you always include to help people remember the
Well,
story?
this song actually terrified me because, as I said earlier, I don't write many story songs. I'm not known
That's
for
a great
story
story
songs.
song.
This is
great.
historical fiction.
Yeah.
Yeah, right,
awesome.
right. So
I wish it was true.
It actually took a prompt that I never would have written the song if not for that photograph. I mean, it's just not
That's
in me,
awesome.
but that photograph pulled it out.
Interesting.
And it combined some other things from my past, like that parable and all. It's like I've always wanted to tell that story. So
That's awesome.
yeah. So if you're just ready and it strikes, and But this song took me a while. Yeah.
You have a lot of storytelling songs, don't you?
Well, you've heard them tonight, pretty much.
I mean, you're a good storyteller.
I got two more, but.
Kelsey,
Thank you.
You'd be ready.
are you okay?
Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah.
So we'll do
You
Steal the Air. Yeah,
Cool.
well.
Thank you.
All right. Couldn't deal with it then, can't handle it now. What happened in between, forgot to breathe somehow. Bury it deep, fall asleep to the sound of whispers and wonderings of why things couldn't be. Pause for later, hide for now. Just try to fast forward through the moment somehow.
hit replay another day, only to hear the words I hope you never say, all over and over and over. A lung shrink, waiting, can't fill to capacity. You steal the air right out of me. Hold 1, 2, 3, catch 4, 5. Shallow breathing past the time. Half empty, have no fight left in me to make it right. Pause for later, hide for now. Just try to fast forward through the moment somehow. Hit replay another day, only to hear the words I hope you never say, all over and over and over. A lung shrink, waiting, can't fill to capacity. You steal the air right out of me. Lung shrink, waiting, can't fill to capacity. You steal the air right out of me.
Wow, that was a good song.
Thank you.
Very nice.
And I love your delivery because you purposefully made yourself breathless, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Excellent.
You made yourself what?
Breathless.
Oh.
It's called Steal the Air, so, you know.
Is there inspiration here, or is it?
Yeah, I think so. Some of you in the room might deal with differing levels of anxiety. I think anxiety was actually the inspiration for this song, and yeah, I just noticed how my lungs felt when I was feeling anxious, and they would just shrivel, you know, and I didn't have. I just noticed I wasn't filling them to full capacity. And I thought, what if I could write a song that just kind of captured that feeling of I'm out of air right now. So that was part of the inspiration, as well as, I don't know if anyone's ever been in a moment that is anxiety producing and you maybe kind of say, I'm gonna disassociate from this moment and deal with it later. So this kind of, I'm gonna pause this moment and hit replay later. And kind of process through it in a you know, space when you're alone. So that's kind of where the inspiration came from.
Yeah.
But it sounds like you kind of made a person that source of anxiety, and seemingly in a way that is, what shall we say, positive.
Yeah, definitely.
Right?
Yeah, and I like to play with like you, the pronoun you, I guess. Not pronoun. What would that be for you? Whatever it is. That you could be a human being, or it could also be anxiety, like this thing. And I think that, again, the power of a song to apply to anyone's story, maybe. I remember someone wrote a song about you, and someone thought it was about love, and it turns out the person originally wrote it about like their math homework, and they were like mad at their math homework. So I love like playing around with that. So yeah.
Do you, and I think this goes to all of us, I mean, I'm putting it out to all of you, but specifically on this particular, a lot of my writing is therapy, it's catharsis, it's processing negative and positive emotions. Do you find music and songwriting to be that for you? And in this case, it was that, so.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I see music as a way to be imaginative, so to imagine another world, but to also process through situations, and music as a medium as a pathway through something when all else fails. It's kind of a language.
And you guys?
Go ahead, Anita.
What did you mean by hit replay another day only to hear the words I hope you never say all over and over again? What are you thinking there?
The idea was rumination, and when you replay, if you're replaying like any specific moment, right, from the past, that replaying the moment doesn't change maybe what happened in that experience. And so if you're hitting replay, you're going to hear words all over again. Words I hope you never say would be like a more
and it might
negative
feed your
experience, but-
anxiety instead of
Exactly.
pausing it.
Yes.
So hit replay another day. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna go there.
yeah.
That's super interesting.
Yeah, the emotion that you were talking about, like I remember I wrote one song. I thought, okay, I'm not going to write any more songs until I write a song about the Savior, my Savior. And so I wrote a song called No Greater Love. And I kind of think songwriting is like having a baby. Like it's difficult.
Painful.
It's so difficult. It's like, and then you have the baby and you're all happy and you're rocking it and you're playing it. And, but when you're having the baby, it's like, oh my gosh, can this baby just be born? And I was writing this song and I was crying through the whole song. Because it's like, there's no greater love. And my oldest son came in and he said, "Mommy, are you happy or sad?" And I said, "Yes." It was like, because that's what, it's just all the emotions just rolled into one. Like, and can this just be over, please? You know?
Yeah, I process. I wasn't aware that I write songs about what I'm feeling until I became more conscious of it later on. But like, I wrote a whole bunch of songs in the late aughts that, 06 through 10, that were about, because I was getting ready to buy a business and there's all this stuff, I'm going to do this stuff, but I wasn't aware that they were about that at the time. Looking back, it's obvious. Like, I don't know, it's got a perspective. But when my youngest graduated college, I started this song and I couldn't finish it till 2 years later, my youngest graduated, our youngest. And it was weird the way just within a couple months it all came together. And it's something, it's kind of this empty nest song, really what it is. It's like you were facing this future that, we're gonna have to write ourselves, but also you want to make sure that they know that they're welcome. It's like it was a happy, sad kind of a thing. So anyways, yeah. Are you ready to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a guitar one. So we're good on time? Like, I'm wondering which one I should skip.
We just said, is this one okay?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I play it less bad. So, can't say anything about it. Listen to the clock ticking, keeping steady rhythm with the beating of your heart. Life is too short. Quickly find your heart. Listen to the clock ticking, telling you it's time to sing your song, 'cause life is too short. So don't wait too long. Don't wait too long, my friend. Say what you need to say. Don't think it will never end, 'cause too soon the time slips away. Listen to the clock ticking, reminding you to tell someone you love them today. 'Cause life is too short, so do not delay. Do not delay, my friend. Do what you need to do, and don't think it will never end. 'Cause too soon the time is calling you. Listen to the clock ticking, 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 marching to a rhythm that holds one guarantee: that life is too short. Listen, it speaks to you and me. Tick, tick, tick. Thank you, that's a Halloween song. It's almost Halloween.
What's,
Sounds spooky, doesn't it?
it's very spooky chords. I'll give you that.
Yes.
D minor always.
I love minors.
Gets
Love
you going.
minors. So, guess what? Guess what the inspiration was on that? Patrick, you already know.
I'm not going to tell them.
It was late at night, everyone's in bed. And I could hear the clock ticking. So I'm like, perfect beginning. And then, I'm always thinking about how short life is. Like, when I'm at the age I'm at, I'm like, what? What? Because when you're young, you just think, oh, I have so much time, and I just want to grow up and be an adult. And then when you're adult and you're old, and you're like, what happened? Like, time just went fast. It just started going really fast. So, am I wrong?
No, that's, you're dead on.
Yeah, and so, it's kind of a morbid song, but I
Did it
like to
solve
tell
the-
the truth.
Did it solve something for you as you wrote it? Did it fix an emotion or a...
Well, that part, it's time to sing your song, and it's like, people are confused about that. Life is too short, quickly find your part. It's like we're all in this orchestra, We each play different instruments.
poetic. Yeah.
So we need to find our part in life,
Yeah.
And that's what that means. And, it's time to sing your song. It's like, do it now.
Okay, I will.
Within your monitors.
There's an urgency.
I like it. Thank you for sharing that. Appreciate it. Anything else? We good?
Well, I just wondered briefly if Kelsey has
Yes.
a different take on it because of the age difference. I can relate to this big
Yes,
time.
yes.
But someone who has their whole life ahead of them,
Yeah.
how does that land with you?
Oh, that's interesting. I think I do resonate with that, but maybe that feels funny coming from someone
Not
younger.
quite as urgent, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but I definitely can resonate. Yeah.
Okay.
I remember thinking, I will never say 20 years ago. And then the first time I said that, I'm like, oh my gosh. And now I'm saying 50 years ago, I graduated from high school.
Yep.
Oh,
There you have it.
anyway,
It's part of the good stuff.
it's live.
Okay. Thank you for sharing.
Are you ready, Patrick?
I'm ready. This is going to fit right into that song. Seriously. Ta-da. I stand accused, and I'm inclined to agree. I'm not growing old gracefully. I got things to do, places I wanna go. I've got a bucket list that just keeps growing. I wanna climb a mountain and have a party up on top. I wanna ride the rapids, maybe get a little lost. I'm getting older, but I'm not old yet. I got nothing left to prove, I got no regrets. I'll skid into my grave when I'm worn out and spent. I'm getting older, but I'm not old yet. I've run the gauntlet of every ache and pain. That's called getting old. Not one to complain, but my hearing is shot from decades of rock and roll. If I had to do it again, I'd turn it up even more. I wanna play lead guitar in front of a great big crowd. I wanna write that song that has them all wanna sing along. I'm getting older, but I'm not old yet. I might need a little tuning. I wanna polish my frets. I skid into my grave when I'm worn out and spent. I'm getting older, but I'm not old yet. Getting old, never ever gets old. I've got an accomplice, my partner in crime. She told me getting old is just a frame of mind. Her unconditional love, that's the fuel that feeds the flame. And when she gives me that smile, it's like I'm 19 again. I wanna keep making memories and take another lap around the sun. I wanna find a spot under the stars and make a little love. I'm getting older, but I'm not old yet. I got a baby to love on, we got places to get. I'll skid into my grave when I'm worn out and spent. I'm getting older, but I'm not old yet. Whoa, I'm getting older, but I'm not old yet. That's the lead I was playing. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, so when I played the Kiss song at the very beginning, I'm a rocker. I really am. I can't not rock. I can't not rock, acoustic guitar or not.
Cool.
That, no one actually accused me of being too old, but I had a picture in my head at one point. Like when you look in that mirror and you're so gray after you've seen a picture of yourself and you still got black curly hair now it's all straight and gray. And
It's not straight. There's some curls.
I will say that I was stuck on this song too, and I was working on one of these hikes, and and Cindy said, "What song are you working on?" So we talked about it, and she helped me a lot with that last verse. And it was really it was part of that communication. I knew I wanted to land with, something strong in that last verse, but really, she's my accomplice, my partner in crime, and it was so much fun to write that and have her kind of validate and say, no, that you should maybe not say that, but try this, and it was fun. So we're gonna collaborate in every song from now on.
She just keeps you out of trouble. I know what she does.
She may overshadow you if she came up with that getting old never gets old.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, that's awesome. Getting old never gets old. I love that.
hey, you know what? You got one ride, right? So you might as well make the most of it.
I remember when I was a teenager and they said Elvis was 40, and I'm like, man, he's
Oh, I know.
old.
I know.
And my dad was like, hey.
Yeah,
I don't know. 40 was like freaking old.
yeah. I think too. I was turning 62 this year, and it was something that it was like in my head, like all the stuff about kids leaving and maybe being grandparents soon or something. What are you gonna do with? And it's just like, this is
There's always
probably the
something
greatest part
new.
of it is you get to see more stuff. You know, I'm one of those people like I'm excited about what's gonna happen next, not sad about what's past. I guess.
Yeah, I
More
like
than
the
that.
excitement in this song.
Thank you.
I need to sing this every day.
Joe, I wanna get a couple more songs in if we can. Okay, and the next one is More to Me, is that
Yeah,
okay?
sure, that works. I have so my former musical partner, she had a daughter at the time, Alexandra was her name, and anyway, when I turned 60, she said, Joe, you're old and decrepit. And I had to admit, I'm old. So a little slightly different, I wrote a slightly different song than you. It's, well, I may be old, but I'm not dead yet.
Ah, I didn't go that far.
Because you're 10 years younger than me, so. The elusive pick. The elusive pick of love. Oh, there it is. When I was young, I would ride my bike all hours outside. Got so dark I could not see. When I was young, I would hide my feelings deep inside. I got so dark I could not let it be. There's more to me than what I used to be. I am not the man I was. I have changed, and so have you. So let it go, keep moving on. Do 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 do. As I grew up, oh, I grew mean, angry and obscene. I got so dim I lost my way. As I grew up, well, I came clean of all that I had been. I got so clear I could face you and say, there's more to me than what I used to be. I am not the man I was. Oh, I have changed, and so have you. Let it go, keep moving on. There's more to me than what I used to be. I am not the man I was. Oh, I have changed, and so have you. Just let it go. Keep moving on. Do 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 Thank you.
Very nice topic tonight. Change. Is this a personal story?
It is, but it's not about me. You know, when you have friends and you, so this song, I won't name names, but he's from this town. And one day I was hiking with him at the Celery Bog, and he was saying, Joe, my mom just won't accept that I'm not the man I used to be. And I thought, Eric? Oh.
Where's Eric? Please stand
Anyway,
up.
That's a pseudonym.
Fictional name. I said, if you don't write that song, I'm gonna. I waited about a month, and it's like, nothing. All right, dude. So that's what it was just based on what he had told me that day, that he was dealing with, some issues.
Well, that's...
Did he play it for his mom?
I'm not sure. Yeah, but they're buds. It's worked out.
It's worked out,
Yes.
Yeah, but it's still an inspiration.
It helped me process
Yeah,
as well as I think him.
I think it's a pretty universal thing, too. The idea that I've changed and so have you, that was part of what you were, one of the songs you played
Yeah,
earlier,
exactly.
too.
It's just patently true that we all change.
We all change.
I mean,
Hopefully,
I'm not the man I was when I stepped on and played that first song.
Right.
Because now I've got all this experience, so yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank
She
you.
still loves him.
I sometimes
his
say
mom.
I've had a firmware update, and I'm not the same. I do want to.
That's called an upgrade. right?
Upgrade. Well, hopefully it is. I want to keep going if I can, just because we've a couple more songs if we can. So, are you okay to play it? Okay.
How y'all doing? Thanks for being here. My goodness. I mean, we would. It's our nature to just do this anyway, if you were here or not. But we're seriously thrilled that you are here. Thank you.
But
all
if you
for
weren't
coming.
here, we'd be saying, "Why'd you use that chord? And why didn't you try this one? And why'd you say that? You need to change those lyrics." Ladies and gentlemen, Kelsey Patton.
He called her on the phone to ask her for a favor. He didn't even know, but what he did, it saved her. The pieces fit together when he kept her on his mind. Golden glimpse of something better when he kept her on the line. When it's tempting to throw it away, line the edges in golden paint. Look for the helpers, seek out the saints. Even broken pieces can be remade. She didn't ask for much. She took what they gave her. But her words were stuck, and another year would break her. He stayed and he listened to what she held inside. And as her cracks were witnessed, they turned to golden lights. When it's tempting to throw it away, line the edges in golden paint. Look for the helpers, seek out the saints. Even broken pieces can be remade. When she saw the northern lights, she called up her neighbor. She said, open up your door to golden constellations. She'd waited forever to see the colors in the sky. And when she was remembered, life came back to her eyes. When it's tempting to throw it away, line the edges in golden paint. Look for the helpers, seek out the saints. Even broken pieces can be remade. And as the years went by, his fire slowly faded, but his embers lit the flame for the next generation. Told the untold stories, sang the unsung songs, surrendered to his limits so they could all sing along. When it's tempting to throw it away, line the edges in golden paint. Look for the helpers, seek out the saints. Even broken pieces, yeah, even broken pieces, and even broken people can be remade.
That was amazing.
Wow, that's a whole bunch of good stuff. There's so much, like,
As songwriters, we're
Yeah,
always looking for
that's-
good lines, and if a song has one or two, we're pretty happy. But when they're loaded, it's like, woo.
I like how you added even broken people.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, can be remade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like inspirational piece behind this that, like, it's so complicated and deep, I think. Is there a...
And it's universal and specific.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
You know, the Northern Lights puts you someplace in the
Right.
Northern Hemisphere, and was that part at all true?
Well, the Northern Lights happening in Indiana actually was
I
true.
remember that, yes.
So
So this came out of that?
this came
Or
out of
at
that.
least
So I
line?
had a neighbor that called me up when she saw the Northern Lights, and she called up her neighbor, which was me. And yeah, she just drew my attention to it, and I was so thankful for that. And I just thought about, how do we all wake each other up? How do we all keep each other in mind? How are we all having the potential to be lifelines for one another. And then I started thinking about the symbol of kintsugi, the Japanese art form that takes broken pottery, broken pieces, and makes the piece even stronger by using golden lacquer, golden paint, to remake it, to rebuild it. And so I just thought, how can we as a community, as pieces, right, come together in our wholeness and our brokenness, come together and make each other whole.
I mean, you better be careful. She'll think I may call you. That's a beautiful sentiment, though. I didn't mean to make light of it. That's
no.
so
Thank
wonderful.
you.
Yeah.
And did you know about that Japanese art form before the song, or it came out of the writing the song?
Yeah, before the song, I had a
Yeah,
conversation with a mentor of mine, and we were talking about it. And then I thought, okay, how can I put all these, ideas together? Yeah,
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah,
for
and it's
sharing.
like if we just don't know, like we should get out of bed so that we could go smile at someone because that might change everything in their day.
yeah,
Just a smile.
absolutely.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I would like to do one more if you guys are okay with that. Have Anita play one more song for us if she can. Can you play one more? Is it the... Thank you, Kelsey. That was amazing.
Listen, it's in the air. Feel it, it's everywhere. A spirit rising above all the hatred, bringing us love. People giving their hand, loving their fellow man. They're smiling, singing a song, lifting, making you strong, helping, bringing a meal, feeling just what you feel. They are people giving their hand, loving their fellow man. And their light, it shines brighter than the stars in the sky. Their reward is in heaven, but they'll have it by and by. Sitting, lending an ear, caring, wiping a tear. No deed of love is too small. God knows and sees them all. From people giving their hand, loving their fellow man. And their light, it shines brighter than the stars in the sky. Their reward is in heaven, but they'll have it by and by. An angel is taking a note. Do you know what he wrote? Chosen, one of the few. Could it, should it be you? lending your hand, trying to understand and loving your fellow man. People, loving people, it's part of the plan. We're all part of the plan to love our fellow man. Can we love our fellow man?
Beautiful.
Oh, if only.
Heartfelt.
Yes.
Like something drove. Was that the same? Some of the same themes you've been revisiting that inspired that?
Well, when my dad died in 1983, I prayed that I asked God, please don't let my dad die. Then he died. And I got his driver's license, and I got this poem that he kept in his wallet since he was 18. And this poem, it's the weirdest name. The guy's name is Abu Ben Adam. Who's heard of it? Okay, it says, Abu Ben Adam, may his tribe increase, awoke one night from a deep dream of peace, and saw within the sunlight, the moonlight in his room, making it rich and like a lily in bloom, an angel writing in a book of gold. Exceeding peace had made Ben Adam bold, and to the presence in the room he said, what writest thou? The vision raised its head, and with a look made of all sweet accord, answered the names of those who love the Lord. And is mine one? Said Abu. Nay, not so, replied the angel. Abu spoke more low and cheerily still, and said, I pray thee then, write me as one that loves his fellow men. The angel wrote and vanished. The next night it came again with a great awakening light, and showed the names whom love of God had blessed. And lo, Ben Adam's name led all the rest. Because the way we show that we love the Lord is by loving our fellow man. And my dad laminated this and kept it in his wallet for his whole life. And so I wrote that song based on that poem. And it's just really true. We're all here for each other. It's all part of the plan to love each other. Just to love each other.
It's a great thing to end on, actually.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that song. Thank you for writing it. Thank you for writing it. I think that's all we have time for today.
Unfortunately, you'll be back in December and
Yes,
March.
we have one.
Thank you
Come
so
back
much
for
for
more,
coming.
Patrick.
Thank you
Yes.
so much.
Thank you all.
So we have December 7th, another Sunday in the afternoon, just like this. And then we also have, and it'll be Lindsay Lowe, Dave Inskeep is right here, so he's taking notes. He's going to tell me what I did wrong and what we should do better. And then Sam Bennett's going to join us as well. And then next March, we have Scott Greason, who's back in the back with Vicki Maris joining, just three of us, because I think they're going to bring a lot. So it's going to be a tough one. Also want to say Joe has a special event this Friday. So we want to talk a little bit about that, please?
A bunch of us, including Patrick, Frank Anthony, David Inskeep, and others, many others, Scott Greason, of course, Vicki Maris, many folks will be here on this stage next Friday starting at 7:30 p.m. for Collaboration 2025, Keep Looking Up. It's been a 2-year project across time and space, California, Indiana, Georgia, elsewhere. So we got a lot of good music for you and a lot of variety and diversity because Michael Kelsey and I will be providing much of the music, but we'll have a whole parade of singers coming up. If you were here 2 years ago, you kind of know the vibe and the buzz. So, but if you weren't, come this Friday and you'll understand what it's all about. Thanks so much.
I will first, yeah, absolutely go. This is going to be an amazing show. I can't wait to be a part of it. Thank you. But I also want to say, Anita, thank you so much for joining Joe and Kelsey. This has been an amazing event. I'm so
Thank
happy
you, Patrick, and
that you
so
kind of
much.
kicked us off with us. We are blessed that you came up here and said yes, number one. Thank you.
You've been an amazing host.
Thanks to Alan Huff for running us.
Alan
on
over
the way.
here.
Yeah,
I'd like to
thank
say
you,
thank you to
Sound Guy.
Rachel as well. And the Psi Oats sorority just helping out with they volunteered for this, so this is amazing.
Yes.
Thank you so much for
Totally.
spending your Sunday afternoon
you.
with us. I appreciate it. Joan, we'll see you on the pickleball court.
Have a beautiful rest of your day.
Yes, thank you so much.